Hey guys, welcome back to Matlock's Toy Room Reviews, and today I have another Iron Man 2 Walmart exclusive 6-inch figure. This is of course the Iron Man Mark V, which is the suitcase armor. You can see the exclusive 6-inch movie series. I believe, I'm not positive on this, but I think that these just came to the United States. Because previous to this, I've only seen the Mark V on eBay from Canadian sellers. So now that's just an assumption, but I think that these were only in Canada for the last couple months and that they were just released in the United States just recently. Because all I could ever find was the Mark VI and the War Machine. But, that's just my theory. But very cool looking figure, really excited to get him. Went to the store the other day and they had about 15 of them, so I definitely had to pick it up. Just a little bit of bio there on Iron Man's Mark V. Of course, a picture of the armor itself. It shows some of the other figures, which is War Machine, the Mark VI, and it shows the deep dive armor, which I've yet to see as well. So maybe they're planning on releasing that too. Anyways, it says 2009 Hasbro, of course. So let's take a quick break and we'll get him out of the package. Alright, we are back with Iron Man and the Mark V armor. First off, of course, it comes with his suitcase, which is pretty cool looking. It would have been really cool if you could open it up. And let me just show you, he does come with all these extra hands. He comes with 4 extra hands, which is pretty cool. But I think it would have been awesome if you could open this up and maybe fit these in. Just hold his extra hands for some reason. I thought that would have been pretty cool. But it's a pretty solid suitcase. It's got a nice weight to it. Really nice shiny paint job, just like his costume. His armor. Costume. But let's take a look at the hands. If you can see his hands right there, he has just his open palm hands. Then he also comes with 2 fists and 2 accessory hands, so you can hold a gun or whatever kind of items you would give him. So very cool. I really like. I don't really care for the pre-molded hands. I'd rather some hand articulation, but if they're going to give you extra hands, I really have no problem with that. I think that's way better than anything else they could do, because the pre-molded hands do look better, and if you have options, then I'm definitely cool with that. So, very awesome. And just give you a close look here at the paint job here, and just the sculpting. This is probably one of my favorite Iron Mans so far that I have. You can see just all the sculpting they did on this guy. It just looks awesome. Very cool. They did a lot of great tooling and sculpting on there. Just all the definition. Very, very cool. And like I said, I really like the paint job. It's got a nice silver. It's kind of a grayish silver. It's not real bling shiny silver, but it looks pretty cool. And then it's got that really nice chrome red, which looks awesome. It was very cool. Articulation, he definitely is missing a few points that I like, but he has a ball jointed head, or just a pin joint, I guess. His head doesn't go up and down, but it just goes side to side. He has a ball jointed shoulder. As you see, his shoulder pads are kind of a soft rubber actually, and they do move. He's got a ball jointed shoulder with a swivel at the upper bicep, double jointed elbows, and you saw his wrists. They're just the peg, but they do go back and forth. It's very cool. And then of course his pretty nice torso joint, moves around pretty well, but he does not have a waist joint, which I'm not too keen on. I think it should have a waist joint as well. But he has pretty nice ball jointed hips, but with all the armor sculpted around, he doesn't have a lot of movement. And then he has double jointed knees and just a ball jointed foot, but he doesn't have the side to side pivot on the feet, and that drives me nuts because it's really hard to get them in a decent looking stance if they don't have the side-to-side pivot. So I try to get him in a decent looking stance, because if I just stand him up normal, he looks retarded. Because his legs, like, are kind of bow-legged. So the sides of the feet will just like come off the ground. It drives me nuts. But definitely a cool figure. Really, go out to your Walmart and pick one up. It's very, very cool. This was the Iron Man Mark V. Thanks for checking it out.